Welcome to an iPod about Flint's international community. This week we've had the opportunity to host a group of delegates that are visiting here from South Africa. And I have with me one of those special guests. With me is...
Babalo Qaleni Ndozonke.
Oh, beautiful,
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for coming and taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Pleasure.
So you've been here as part of a delegation from the South African and between the college and the University of Michigan School of Social Work. And so I'm curious to know about what your experience has been, because I know you're leaving tomorrow and you've been here for a week.
Yeah.
Was this your first time visiting the United States?
Yes, it was my first time.
Oh, okay.
It was my first time.
Wonderful. So what were some of your expectations in the anticipation of you making this journey?
My expectations were, it was my first time, first of all, having an international trip out of Africa.
Oh, okay.
I've only been around Africa, so it was my first time. So I wanted to see like how other people are living. We usually see many things in the movies and in the series that we usually watch. So I wanted, I had that picture in my mind of what I've seen in TV. So I wanted to see it face to face and also experience the culture, the cultural changes that are happening, like how things are, the building, everything. Yes.
And so did it meet your expectations, or was it what you thought, or was it different? And if so, how was it different?
It met my expectations in the sense that you guys, your country has beautiful buildings. I love the art. I love the structures. You have very beautiful structures, and that would attract many tourists. So it met my expectations, and also in the sense that the culture, you were able to portray the culture that is going on in Flint, and also when I was in Detroit, I was able to experience and I was able to be part of what is happening within Michigan. Yes, so it was, my expectations were met. But the only thing that I saw that was a bit funny, it was that in the streets of Flint, there are not many people. In as much as it is a university hosting community, but there are very few people in the streets. Even when I look outside my window, I see just many cars and many beautiful buildings. But I was like, where are the people? But the other people started to say that many people have cars and many people are busy. So you have that maybe beautiful work ethic that you have, because when you go back to my country, when you are in a city, you feel that I am in a city actually.
So there's a lot of energy and people moving about.
Yes, there's a lot of movement up and down, even in malls. Your malls are not as full as our malls. That was the only...
was a surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a surprise.
So with what all of your expectations, were there any disappointments that you experienced that you thought were going to be and turned out not to be? Is there anything that was not what you expected?
My expectations were entirely met. I got to learn everything that is happening within Michigan, the many community development projects that you are having, how you guys interact as a community, as a small community as you are, but the interactions and the connections that you have. And that was so amazing, the love that you have, the cultural practices that you have. So within a short space of time, but I was able to learn many things that are happening within the city of Michigan.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So how would you say the experience of this trip will impact you when you get home and go on about your life? How do you see this impacting you?
This trip has impacted my life in many areas of my life, in the sense that the spirituality, as my colleague has just said, your level of belief and your practices in faith, your dedication in faith, and also in community development, your ethics, the way you guys do it, the way you guys are so dedicated in developing your own community, in appreciating what you guys have, in wanting to improve what you do not have. I will take that one at home. And your dedication in serving one another, that is one of the things that I've seen. When I'm walking down the corridors, you will find that when you pass by someone, the person is greeting you. If she's not greeting you, she's just smiling. But to say that I recognize that someone has just passed, or someone, I have seen someone in this corridor or in this passage. So I will take that one home. Your connection, you guys are so connected. You work together, and you are dedicated also in serving one another, in serving other people. The people that are not having much, or other people say they have nots, but I don't want to say that. But yeah, the people that are lacking are able not to feel that they are lacking, because there are people who have much, who are able to share with what they have to the others who do not have much. There was an organization or a program that we attended last Saturday. It is a very great initiative whereby people came out of that program having many bags. Those bags were full of clothing, they were full of food, not just junk food, but even vegetables, every kind of vegetable that one would need in their household. And it was able to serve that, cater for the whole household. Because even there was a section whereby they were saying, okay, here we have snacks, here we have vegetables, here we have cereals. So it was a very huge initiative, and I felt that the community is united. The community comes together and sees where are we lacking and how can we best serve each other, so that we are able to survive within the community that we are in.
Oh, I'm so glad you got a chance to see that. And with what you have seen, do you foresee the possibility of any kind of collaborations or partnerships, whether it's between the universities or the city or community development issues? Do you see any possibilities of partnering, even though we're 8,000 miles apart?
Yes, there are possibilities in the sense that there are things that we feel we are lacking in South Africa. And if we would partner or collaborate with the United States of America, we can be able to be developed in many areas. Currently, South Africa is facing a huge unemployment rate. And what I've seen here when I was communicating with other people, they would be like, I am not just having one job because of the responsibilities that I'm having. I'm having 3 jobs that are paying. Yes, they're not paying in the same scales, but they are paying me so that I can be able to serve my family and also have my own needs met. So I think your work ethic, because the other ones, they even have degrees, but you find them as a waiter or waitress in some restaurants, so that they can be able to put food in the table, regardless of what they are having. And also the fact that you are able to see even many other networks that are outside your degree scale, in the sense that I have done social work, but some of the social workers that are here are not just doing community development practices or therapy sessions or like social work related jobs, but they are doing even things that are outside the social work profession, so that they are able to satisfy also who they are, and also they are able to provide for themselves. Yeah.
So when you go back, you're leaving tomorrow, what will you tell people at home when you get back home about Flint, how will you describe the city of Flint and the people and the places and all that you've experienced? How will you describe that?
Okay, I would say the city of Flint is so beautiful. It has beautiful lakes. I love the lakes. In as much as, yeah, the global warming has touched down and affected some of the lakes. And also, I'm also a nature lover. So yeah, the beautiful trees, the beautiful gardens. So I really loved them. And it is something that I also thought it was not really there, because I thought the United States of America are well dominated by industries rather than also nature. So it is so beautiful. The beauty is there, the natural beauty is there, and also the love is there, the culture is there. They are not just affected by many cultures that are happening within, but the people of color have also their culture, and also even other people have their culture, and so there is a clear distinction of which side can you go to. So I love the culture, also the cultural practices, the faith, and also the dedication to everything that everyone is doing. So yeah, I loved that. So I'll be sharing that home.
Wonderful.
And also, yeah, the relations, I pray that they continue.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share with us your experience visiting Flint in southeastern Michigan. And I hope that this is just the beginning of future partnerships and collaborations, and certainly that you will come back.
Yes,
And,
yes, yes, yes.
and that will continue on this good work that has taken place. Thank you again, and safe travels.
Thank you, thank you.
And thank you.